Hello, YouTube. How y'all doing today? I am Queen Lillie. Welcome to my live. We are discussing Donald Trump, all things Donald Trump, from the Epstein situation to his cabinet members, from his Attorney General, Pam Bondi, from people that's giving their testimony about what happened with them, with Donald Trump and Epstein. Donald Trump wants this to go away. Hello, Queen Sheila Davidson. How you doing? He wants this to go away, but it's not going away anytime soon. We're not going to let it go away. Donald Trump said, why don't y'all stop talking about it? He already told MAGA that he's upset with them. He don't care to have them supporting him anymore. So MAGA, y'all need to get out and talk about it too. Don't be embarrassed. Don't be ashamed, because you can still love Donald Trump, but tell the truth about the things that Donald Trump has done. Hello, King LaSwan. Hello, Queen Victorious One. Say hello to my moderator, Queen Victorious One. Give her a hello, y'all. So, we're not going to stop talking about it. It's just not going to go away. It would not happen. As you all come in, hit the like button, please. I am Queen Lillie. Welcome to my live. We are discussing Donald Trump. And as you know, Donald Trump has a lot going on. He is trying to sue Wall Street Journal right now. He said he wants a couple of $1 billion. I don't think he's going to win that case, because the initial on the letter that he wrote to Epstein is actually his signature. They don't have to have his permission to release that if it was given to them. It's not like they wouldn't have stole it from Donald Trump. What happened was a lot of letters was written to Epstein from all his friends for his 50th birthday. And that's how the birthday letter got released. So that's not a winning case, I don't believe. I honestly do not believe Donald Trump will actually win that. So we got a lot to cover, and we don't have time to waste. Hit that like button as you all are coming in. If you'd like to donate to my channel, you can send me super chats, super stickers. And in my description is my Venmo. And my PayPal link is in my description as well. So if you want to support me in that way, you definitely can. Hello, King Ellen. Hello, Queen Tokyo or King Tokyo. I don't know which one it is, but hello, hello, hello. How you doing? How y'all doing in this beautiful world? It is Friday. I had a lot to do once I got home from being out in the rain and the storm. I had to shower, change my clothes so I can look decent for y'all, because I actually got rained on. I did not take my umbrella with me when I left the house earlier today, but I'm here. I'm here. I love y'all. I appreciate you all, and I value you all for coming and supporting me. I would not be able to do this without you. Hit that like button, please. Come on, hit that like button. So we're going to start off. We're going to listen to something that Senator Dick Durbin has to say about the FBI agents were told to flag Epstein records that mention Donald Trump. We're going to tap in a lot about that today, that has to do with anything from Epstein files that they said didn't exist. Now they had them blocked. Now Donald Trump claiming he's going to allow Bondi to show y'all some of it. But we thought you said that it was a host by President Barack Obama and President Joe Biden. Which one is it, Donnie? We want to know, Donald Trump. Which one is it? So we're going to listen to this a little bit about Epstein and Donald Trump. I got one of his victims going to speak. Let you listen to that as well. But we have so much to cover. We will not be able to listen to every recording that I have for you. But we're going to get a lot accomplished, because I'm here for you, because you here for me. You in my life. You supported me. I need you, and apparently you need me too. I love you all. This is Don Lemon. Let me turn that music off. But what I'm going to show you is Donald Trump, and this is from the Hill. And it says, Senator Dick Durbin says FBI agents were told to flag Epstein records that mention Donald Trump. Why would Donald Trump do that? Because he's hiding the fact that he was involved in a lot that had to do with Epstein. So, of course, he's going to tell them to flag things. That's why when Bundy had the meeting with the MAGA influencers and they redacted a lot, why do you think so? Because Donald Trump told them to flag things that mention him, of anything of him, in the Epstein files. And that is not good. Donald Trump has a lot to hide because him and Epstein ran for over 15 years together. They were best friends and they would go see younger women together. That tells me a lot. So let me move on along to something else right quick. So I'm gonna let y'all listen to this about Trump seeks 10 million in damages from Wall Street Journal. He will not get it. He's a con man that conned all these TV stations, but let me tell you something about the Wall Street Journal. They will not fold and kiss the ring for Donald J. Trump. Uh-oh, hold on. Just a moment.
More than 10. We have major breaking news right now. We have confirmation that Donald Trump is now seeking more than $10 billion. Yes, B with the billion, against the Wall Street Journal in his major lawsuit filed moments ago. Donald Trump made the announcement that he has filed a lawsuit against the Wall Street Journal. He is taking on not just the Journal, but also the Murdoch family, which owns Fox News, which
he will not win, y'all,
alongside Donald Trump. Now, here's the thing. This is yet another attack on the First Amendment, another attack on free speech in the United States of America, and is significant. We will see if the Wall Street Journal capitulates like we saw with ABC, with CBS, and other media entities. Right now, the Wall Street Journal is standing firm. I would be surprised if the Wall Street Journal settled, because here's the thing. You don't settle. You don't knowingly publish this article knowing that you're going to get sued and then settle for millions later. So we'll see what happens next. This is major news. So spread the word and follow along steps.
This is major news. Be sure to subscribe to Aaron Partners on YouTube, and he's also on TikTok. Donald Trump was even trying to sue him before. I don't know what happened with it, but Aaron is an attorney. I do believe he's going to be just fine. He knows the law. He's not going to put himself in a situation where he will not win. And Wall Street Journal will not put themselves in a situation that they will not win. Donald Trump, you will not be getting billions of dollars from them, you greedy monster. So we're going to listen to this. And this didn't age well for Pam Bondi. This aged like a sippy cup filled with milk that rolled under the front car seat 6 months ago. Hear me out.
The Biden administration sat on these documents. No one did anything with them. And why were they sitting in the Southern District of New York? I want a full report on that. You know, sadly, these people don't believe in transparency. But I think more, unfortunately, I think a lot of them don't believe in honesty. And it's a new day. It's a new administration. And everything's going to come out to the public. The public has a right to know. Americans have a right to know.
There was an expectation that this was going to be bigger. You had the same expectation.
We all did. And the FBI handed over a couple hundred pages of documents. But, you know, Sean, I gave them a deadline of Friday at 8 a.m. to get us everything. And a source had told me where the documents were being kept. Southern District of New York, shock. So we got them all by, hopefully all of them, Friday at 8 a.m., thousands of pages of documents. I have the FBI going through them, and Cash is also, now that we have Cash here, it's a game changer, of course, and Cash is going to, Director Patel is going to get us a detailed report as to why the FBI withheld all of those documents.
Okay, I want to be clear because I think people got frustrated because they were expecting more.
We were expecting more. We still haven't received the yet.
Less than 24
the
hours
more yet. They haven't given it to us. They're lying to our face.
That there were way more documents that they were supposed to turn over, and then you found out just before that.
Well, sure. And you're looking at these documents going, these aren't all the Epstein files. You know, there were flight logs, there were names and victims' names. And we're going, where's the rest of the stuff? And that's what the FBI had turned over to us.
But Bondi, you just said the other day that it does not exist. It doesn't exist. Listen to what this lady's saying. When she just said it doesn't exist. Now, because everybody is coming down on Donald Trump's neck that looks like a vagina, he's saying that he's going to allow Bondi to release some things now. This party, this administration are big, fat liars. Which one is it? Is it real, a host? What is it, Pam Bondi? Now you and Cash Patel working together to put it out? The American people deserve to see the real files, not redacted, not the ones y'all flagged to hide Donald Trump's name. We're not wanting to see that. We want to see everything. It is our right as American citizens to see the true Epstein files. Now, she just said there's a list. Did y'all not hear what I heard? Because I will play it again. This woman, Pam Bondi, the Attorney General, they're supposed to work for the American people, who's actually working in the benefit of Donald Trump and not for the American people. Listen to her lie again. Hold on. Hold on.
Documents. No one did anything with them. And why were they sitting in the Southern District of New York? I want a full report on that. You know, sadly, these people don't believe in transparency. But
no, that's you.
Unfortunately, I think a lot of them
the Republican administration does not believe in transparency. They flag anything with Donald Trump's name on it.
The public has a right to know. Americans have a right to know.
It was an expectation that this
Listen carefully.
Bigger. You had the same expectation.
We all did. And the FBI handed over a couple hundred pages of documents. But, you know, Sean, I gave them a deadline of Friday at 8 a.m. to get us everything. And a source had told me where the documents were being kept.
The names, the list of names, the victims list.
So we got them all by
flight list. Listen.
Friday at 8 a.m. Thousands of pages of documents. I have the FBI going through them, and Cash is also, now that we have Cash here, it's a game changer, of course, and Cash is going to, Director Patel is going to get us a detailed report as to why the FBI withheld all of those documents.
Okay, I want to be clear because I think people got frustrated because they were expecting more.
Hit the like button. Thank you.
And you didn't find out less than 24
Listen what she said about the list. The names, the flight logs. Listen.
More documents that they were supposed to turn over, and then you found out just before that.
Well, sure. And you're looking at these documents going, these aren't all the Epstein files. You know, there were flight logs, there were names and victims' names. And we're going, but where's the rest of the stuff? And that's what the FBI had turned over to us. And so a source said, whoa, all this evidence is sitting in the Southern District of New York.
Yep.
So based on that, I gave them the deadline, Friday at 8, a truckload of evidence arrived. It's now in the possession of the
truckload of evidence, y'all.
Listen. Me and himself, really, a detailed report as to why all these documents and evidence had been withheld. And, you know, we're going to go through it as fast as we can, but go through it very cautiously to protect all the victims of Epstein, because there are a lot of victims.
Well, you had identified in phase one over 254.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, is that the only thing that would be redacted? Will everything else be made public that you get in your possession?
Yeah, the FBI hasn't had, obviously, they haven't looked at the thousands of pages of documents that they've just received.
Thousands of pages of documents.
A team going through them, and it's always about protecting the victim. But, you know, the Biden administration said on these documents.
She contradicted herself. What she's saying back then is not what she's saying now. That entire Republican MAGA party are compulsive liars like their leader, Donald Trump. Pam Bondi, you are the worst attorney general ever. You got America looking real bad because you sat there and said that about the list, the names, the victims, and the flight log. Now y'all said that there's no flight log, there's no list, and you come back and said that, yes, it was a hoax by President Barack Obama and President Joe Biden. Now Donald Trump just saying yesterday, well, what we have of the Epstein files, Bundy will go see what she wants to show. No, it should not be about what Bundy wants to show. Show us, the American people, what is really going on. Give us the goods. Give us the true documents. We don't want documents that have been doctored up like the Epstein video of his prison cell. Almost 3 minutes is missing from his video from his prison cell the night he posted to unalived himself. I do not believe that Epstein unalived himself. I truly believe that someone unalived Epstein to stop him from going to court and telling the truth on who and what was involved in it with those young girls as he was. That's what I believe. So we're going to listen to a victim right quick, okay? Let me take a sip of water. One moment. One moment.
Basically up to me and I was screaming. I've never had before. It was my first time.
That's Katie Johnson, a pseudonym for the woman who claimed in 2016 that Trump.
I showed y'all her court filings. Katie Johnson.
residence in 1994. When she was set to speak to reporters about one of her lawsuits against the men, she abruptly backed out, citing multiple threats.
She has decided that she's too afraid.
Then she dropped the case entirely. Now the horrifying details of the anonymous woman's claims are resurfacing after Trump's refusal to release the Epstein files despite spending years promising he would. It's caused suspicion even from MAGA. In lawsuits, Johnson alleged she was recruited under false pretenses to Epstein's parties and forced to be. That's when she says Trump forcibly her as she pleaded for him to stop. She even claimed that he threatened to kill her and her family if she ever told anyone what he and Epstein had done to her. It's important to note that none of Johnson's allegations have been proven.
This is the thing. The young lady said that he forced himself on her, the man in the Oval Office. That's why he don't want those files released, y'all. It's a lot of stuff worse than what this young lady said. And if you become a member, you can go see the entire case with the case number from Katie, what is her name? I can't remember her name. Anyway, Katie Johnson. If you become a member, that case filing, all the documents is in my membership. Pay $4.99 and you can have those documents. One moment. Everything I show you is fair use, great for educational purpose, great for research, and great entertainment. One moment, he should begin.
Y'all, it just keeps getting crazier and crazier, you know. Look,
subscribe to Black Boot Official. Black Boot Official.
Now then, they come to find out, you know, if Trump don't have nothing to hide there, Krasnov, Taco, if he ain't got nothing to hide, well, why is it that he went to the back to the FBI back in March and got over 1,000 FBI agents to scrub 100,000 documents, to go through and flag any document.
Flag his name.
Was Donald Trump. Well, why would they do that, buddy? That's crazy, ain't it? It is, see? And so, anyway, well, I'm telling you, Team Taco, are you connecting dots yet? I think you've been being told all along that Donald Trump was all over those Epstein files, and y'all refuse to believe it because he's your orange Jesus. You know what I mean? Orange Jesus. So, anyway, y'all didn't want to believe on it, you know? Well, the thing is, what does it mean when the President of the United States takes control of his Department of Justice and says, hey, go through all those
he
files
can commit whatever crimes he wants to.
Everywhere that I've got my name in it, you know? And you wonder why he changed his story. Well, there wasn't no list. Then all of a sudden, oh, there's a list, but it's a Democratic hoax. And now then, come to find out, he's having the FBI take his name off of it.
Yeah.
That way it looks like everybody else is guilty, but not Donald F. and Trump. How about that? What do you think?
That's a con man. Donald Trump is a con man. He had them to redact his name from everything.
So anyway, I'm just wondering there, Team Taco, how you gonna sort this out up there in your brain bucket, huh? How you gonna sort this out? I seen some of you is trying to run from it, but then a lot of you is running back because you got that hope that he's playing that 5D chess is what he's doing. He's playing 5D chess. He's going to turn it all back on the Democrats because those are the ones up in the Epstein files, huh? No.
Joe Biden ain't in there. President Obama is not in the Epstein files either. Guess who's in there? Donald Trump.
The feeling what we're going to find out that this little operation that Epstein was running, he wasn't running by himself. Anyway, I just wanted to let you know. Apparently, there's a lot of questions that Pam Bondi is going to have to answer for right now. I would suspect that y'all should actually be telling her to answer those questions since you want to see them files so bad. Come to find out, Donald Trump has told the FBI to go flag anywhere that his name's in it. So he was trying to clean it all up. So inmate Trump. Right.
Inmate Trump 2025. I cannot wait till everything come crashing down on this administration. Since they have been in office now, what, 6 months, if that, it has been nothing but corruption and chaos for America. From this trying to start World War III, targeting and trying to boom Iran, but Israel. That has nothing to do with us. But I'm going to tell you what's messed up about Donald Trump in America right now. They send more to Israel than what they do for the American people. The American people are told, okay, you homeless, so what? But they provide free health care for Israel. Donald Trump is a 34-count felon, a con man, a man that refused to rent to black renters, even though they had great credit and great jobs and highly educated, better education than him. Donald Trump is one of the worst people in the Oval Office ever. His rating right now is the lowest than any president ever. Ever in the USA. He's at 41% acceptance rating. That's the lowest of every president ever. One moment.
Just then, FBI agents who reviewed the Epstein files were told to flag anything mentioning Donald Trump, per Senator Dick Durbin on the Judiciary Committee. In a letter
Subscribe to Midas Touch Network.
Durbin calls her out for her changing story regarding the files and the existence of a client list and drops this bombshell. Quote, according to information my office received, you then pressured the FBI to put approximately 1,000 personnel to review approximately 100,000 Epstein-related records. My office was told that these personnel were instructed to flag any records in which President Trump was mentioned. A story is coming into focus here in which Trump had FBI agents review the files to find out what they said about him, which ultimately led him to stopping the release of the Epstein files and calling them a Democratic hoax. Durbin is now asking Bondi to explain the, quote, apparent discrepancies regarding the handling of the Epstein files and finding from a July 7th Department of Justice memorandum and instructions reportedly received by FBI personnel. We're going to keep bringing you all the updates, so spread the word and listen to the Midas Touch podcast on Apple Podcasts and Spotify for more. It's just then FBI agents who reviewed.
I'm going to tell you something that's rather frightening. The man that's committing the crimes or committed the crimes with Epstein is over the FBI. That's some nasty work. So he's telling them to redact his information from the Epstein files. It's corrupted, y'all. Bondi, do your work as working for the American people and not back Donald Trump. It's not right what they're doing. You cannot be the Attorney General for the American people, and you cannot be the man in the Oval Office that works for the American people and commit crimes, and it's okay. We're tired. The American people are tired of being played with. This is our country too. This is just not about the mega Republican Party. That administration is corrupted to the highest level. The man sitting in the Oval Office behind the resident desk is the biggest corrupted person of that cabinet. Hear me. This is our country. We must take our country back. We can't let Pam Bondi tell us we're stupid. That's what they told you, MAGA. You're stupid. Donald Trump said that to you. I honestly think I know who murked. Who murked Epstein? I don't think he did it to himself. But I think if this person didn't actually do the dirty work himself of murking Epstein, he had someone to do it. Just like that guy unalived that lady that's a Democratic senator. She's a Democratic senator. Her and her husband was unalived by who? A MAGA Republican. Donald Trump, he sends what they call it, is whistleblowing. And the people go out and do his dirty work. Epstein was unalived. I do not believe he committed. I do not believe he unalived himself. I can't say the other word. Someone murked him. Listen.
No, he didn't. I don't believe he did. I believe that he was murdered. I was shocked. And I wondered how it had happened. Because
This is Jazine Maxwell.
he was saying to
Jazine Maxwell.
I was sure he was going to appeal.
She's speaking
And
about
I was
his
sure
death.
that he was covered under the non-prosecution agreement.
Yeah.
She's speaking about Epstein's death.
But I wasn't in the indictment. So I wasn't
Hit the like button. Come on, hit the like button.
I believe that he was murdered.
She has no shame, she has no heart, she has no conscience.
For Virginia Giuffre and survivors like her, there is no disputing the facts. As the court
Virginia
found,
was taken advantage of actually by Epstein and Giselle Maxwell.
And trafficked them. In many ways, some say, she was even worse than the despicable Epstein.
I don't mean to sound sexist in any way, shape, or form, but I expected it.
Hit the like button. Come on, y'all. Hit that like button. Thank you.
Yeah, I think that's where it's notched.
And this lady did not unalive herself either. She wrote a letter saying they was going to say she unalived herself. She didn't.
It wasn't a surprise. It wasn't a surprise because it gives her still that feeling that she's in control, even behind bars. And I think she's doing it for attention.
Randy Kogan is a psychologist based in Florida's Palm Beach.
Okay, slow down so I can understand. Tell me what happened.
For years now, she's been treating women who, as girls, were abused by Epstein and Maxwell. Is she a monster?
I think in many ways she is. What Ghislaine did, she hunted, she preyed on these girls and procured them for sexual exploitation and sexual trafficking. That's a monster.
Hit the like button. Come on, y'all. I need to get over 100 likes tonight. Come on. Thank you. Hit the like button.
With brother Kevin.
If you, when you win your appeal and get out of prison, do you think you'll be accepted again by the people who were once your friends?
Well, I can't know what my friends will do or won't do. I mean, my focus won't be on that. I will always turn to what I've now decided that will form the rest of my life, which is helping other people who are or have been incarcerated.
I just would like to say thank you so much, and it's such an honor to be here.
Attaching herself to causes is not new for Ghislaine Maxwell.
I'm here representing civil society.
It was not that long ago, in an attempt to distance herself from Epstein, her great passion was to save the planet's oceans.
The deep sea and the wild animals that live there.
Now, it's other inmates and, of course, herself, with yet another spin on her relationship with former boyfriend Epstein.
When you look back, and what do you think your biggest mistake was?
I obviously wish I'd never met her. Because I didn't know. He was so... No.
Hit the like button. Come on. Hit that like button. Thank you.
I believe that he was murdered. Well, I was shocked. And I wondered how it had happened. Because as far as I was concerned, he was going to... I was sure he was going to appeal. And I was sure that he was covered under the non-prosecution agreement.
Yeah.
But I wasn't in the indictment. So I wasn't mentioned. I wasn't even one of the co-conspirators. I believe that he was...
Yes, I'm going to read somebody's comment. They said something about the administration. Where did it go? Hold on, y'all. It was a comment. But it says something about the administration being corrupted. All the way back to Reagan. Corruption. Reagan put drugs in the black community. The Republican Party has always been the worst party, in my opinion. And I have a right to my opinion. But this party, the MAGA Republican Party, are pure corruption. Con men. In my opinion, a cult. Donald Trump has created the most incompetent government in the entire history of the United States. Yes, he has. The most incompetent administration ever in anyone's presidency. Ever. They are incompetent because they can't do their job and protect the American people. They can't do their job and actually work for the American people, but getting paid out of our tax dollars. Pam Bondi, you're getting paid from the American people tax dollars. Do the work for the American people and stop protecting Donald Trump. One moment, please.
MAGA Mike Johnson is panicking right now as the Epstein cover-up by Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans becomes a major.
Titillating article attached, but so I would seek unanimous consent to enter that in the record.
Without objection.
Thank you. And I think it really goes to the question that is sort of
Hold on,
consuming
y'all.
the
Hold on.
country at this point.
Okay, wait a minute. I started at the wrong spot because I marked where I need to start it.
Which is, what did the president?
MAGA Mike Johnson, Speaker of the House, MAGA Mike Johnson is panicking right now as the Epstein cover-up by Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans becomes a major issue that is bringing down this Trump regime.
Hit the like button. Come on, y'all. Hit that like button.
Representatives as
I need to get to 100 likes or more tonight. Thank you.
Bill to defund PBS and NPR and remove more money from foreign aid. The total rescission package was about $9 billion. MAGA Mike is asked about the releasing of the Epstein files and the list. And MAGA Mike, I just want you to watch this. He's like, we're going to release the things. I'm fully aligned with Donald Trump.
But I thought it was a host, not real.
Make sure that the American people get to see it. Okay, this was yesterday when he's saying this. Donald Trump's been saying that Epstein's a hoax and it was created by Comey. And now you're saying, oh, no, we're going to release all of this stuff. And by the way, at the same time, MAGA Mike is saying this, the MAGA Republicans in the House of Representatives are this happened yesterday, are voting against the release of the Epstein files. So let's come with receipts here at the Midas Touch Network and let me show you what went down. First, here's MAGA Mike Johnson.
Subscribe to Midas Touch Network on YouTube.
Here, play this clip.
Yeah, look, I think he's been very consistent. He wants to release all credible.
Donald Trump has not been consistent.
In furtherance of his goal.
He's a compulsive liar.
That's the position of all House Republicans, everybody in the party that I know. We trust the American people. They can draw their own conclusions.
The American people do not trust MAGA Republicans.
That can be released, that's not held up by a court or involves, victims of crimes or something like that.
This party is not on one accord because it has been blocked. Now they're saying they're going to show it. Which one is it?
I can't comment on it.
Okay. Well, now let me show you what actually happened in the Rules Committee, where you will see yesterday.
They're not on one accord.
Fifth time the Democrats said, let's release the Epstein files and the lists and all of the files. And by the way, the Democrats even aligned with a group of about 9 or 10 Republicans as well, like Thomas Massey, for example, the MAGA Republican Congress member from Kentucky and others. And they said, okay, we have enough to release the files. Let's do this. But the Rules Committee, protecting Donald Trump, controlled by the MAGA Republicans, Virginia Fox is the MAGA Republican lady who runs this committee, they vote it down and they prevent it from even getting a vote. I want you to watch this. Play this clip.
The question is,
they don't care about children. It's okay for men to take advantage of children. Apparently, it's okay in the MAGA Republican Party.
No. In the opinion, Chair, the noes have it. The amendment's not agreed to. The clerk will call the roll.
But see, now I want to show you, I want to dig deeper into the mischief that the MAGA Republicans are doing. So in order to try to give themselves cover, what they wanted to do was put forward a non-binding resolution that, by the way, they didn't even put for a vote, but they said there's this non-binding resolution that the House Republicans are good with, where they said you can provide for the public release of certain documents, records, and communications relating to the investigation of Jeffrey Epstein. But what it uses here is it says it uses the term credible information, and so
that could mean protecting Trump too.
Credible or not credible is ultimately going to be decided by Donald Trump no later than 30 days.
He's the one that's the criminal, so why does he decide anything?
Section B, make publicly available in searchable and downloadable format all credible, look at it, documents, records, and communications. Now, Do you understand? First off, it's a non-binding
Donald Trump ain't gonna tell the truth on
Trump's already
himself.
said the entire thing is not credible at all. So what do you think they're going to produce? It's going to be Pam Bondi cherry picking things, and it's not even binding that she's required to do it. Also, it has a section in this non-binding Republican resolution called permitted withholdings, and when you look at it, it says that the Attorney General can withhold information if it would violate Rule 6E of the Federal Rules of Criminal Procedure by disclosing information that reveals the identities of witnesses or jurors, the substance of testimony before the grand jury, the strategy or direction of the grand jury investigation, or the deliberations or questions of the jury. So last night, after Donald Trump got totally panicked, one of the things that he said is, I'm ordering Pam Bondi to, that you can go and try to release some of the grand jury testimony of in the Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein case. But the grand jury testimony, as you just saw under 6E, is the type of information that is normally withheld. And also the grand jury testimony would constitute like 1% of the file, and it would not have to do with the other individuals involved in the sex trafficking ring. It would just deal with Ghislaine Maxwell and Epstein. But I just read for you right there.
See, that's the thing. Trump wants only for us to see, just to see the things on Ghislaine Maxwell and Epstein. What's his name? Jeffrey Epstein. No, we want to see the complete file. But they're only willing to show the American people 1%. Why they redacted Donald Trump's. Anything with his name has been flagged. That means redacted. Run that by us again, because the American people, what they are telling us without actually saying the words, it is okay for the man in the Oval Office to do whatever he wants to do. If he touched young girls without their permission, oh well. We're going to protect him at all costs. We don't care about the American people, and we don't care about the American people's children. That is what's being said to our faces. Why flag and redact everything that has to do with him? Why? Just as that birthday letter he wrote to Epstein about their secrets, Donnie, the American people want to know more of your secrets with Epstein. Because we saw you dancing around with them little young girls. What was you doing with those minors? Why? You didn't know them. You even said for yourself you were busting to the dressing room of those teen pageants. Why? What decent man does that? And y'all voted that man into the Oval Office? You voted a monster that likes to look at young girls? A man that looked at his daughter's legs, Tiffany, and said she has nice legs, and he don't know what she's going to develop. Are y'all kidding me? That tells me whoever you support and they do sick things, that is who you are, MAGA. You are Donald Trump.
It cracks me up that the leader of the free world is this childish. I mean, the idea that those kinds of things are being posted by the president of the most powerful country in the world, just amazing. It cracks me up that
I say the same thing, but what I say is, well, I can't believe these people voted this man in here when they knew the things he would do. Grab him by the PUSSY. That's violating a woman or a girl.
They always try to make it seem like, well, he's the victim and it's political. No, it's not.
He's not a
criminal
victim.
And he's a thug.
He's a thug, a criminal, 34-count felon.
I mean, imagine this. That we have a 34-count convicted felon who had all these other cases that were
hit that like button. Come on, give me those likes.
Like a court or two has found him liable for fraud and all kinds of stuff. And here it is. Imagine this being the guy telling the immigrants, that they are the ones that are causing the crime and wreaking the havoc.
Yeah, we can't have criminals.
And they are the ones messing up. No, let me tell you who's messing up our cities and our economy. It's him and his rogue administration. We just had a hearing with the
Come
governor
on, hit the like button, people.
and I pointed out that the projections right now are that we are going to lose almost $13 billion as it relates to tourism dollars just in 2025. We know that travel from Canada is already down 40%. This guy has not been in for a total of 6 months. And so they're not coming because of the immigrants. When you wanted to say that we had an invasion, that's not why they're not coming. They're not coming because people are
They're not coming because of Donald Trump.
Snatched off the streets of New York when they're literally here visiting while leaving a crying child like in the streets. Like, it's you. You're the thug.
Donald Trump is the problem.
That is making our country less safe. That is making our country less
Amen.
great to the extent that nobody wants to come see. That's the thing. They always try to make it seem
nobody wants to visit America anymore. No one. Why visit a country that you want to see your loved ones in, but you just may stand a chance of being harassed and kidnapped by Ice Baby? Who would do that? America is no longer a flex. America was a place that people will be proud to say they want to come and visit their loved ones. They're scared. And if you go visit Canada, you may not be able to come back here. I know people right now are trapped in Bahamas and they're Black. They was born here. Their parents was born here and their parents was born here and their all the way back to slavery. And they stuck in the Bahamas. Donald Trump is a corrupted, swollen legs, got cankles with 5 booty dudes for his stomach. He is evil. And he only evil towards Black and brown people. This is Donald Trump. Look at him. And I'm going to read this to you. All that evil, that's why this is happening to his body. Donald Trump is so evil that he has cankles. And he want to talk about some kind of chronic blood vein disease. Baby, all that evil in your body. That's what's causing all of it. You're evil. So it says this isn't difficult. He never released anything negative about his own health before. He's using this to distract us from the Epstein situation. We're not going to stop talking about Epstein, Donnie. I don't care what's going on with your health. I can give a F about your health. I want the Epstein files. He never released anything negative about his own health. He won't even release the truth about his height and his weight. Last month, he was built and in shape like a starting NFL linebacker. That's what he says. Admitting an illness to distract you from Epstein files must mean the files are very, indeed bad. You know it's bad when he asking them to flag anything that has to do with his name in those Epstein files. Donnie, we don't care about your effed up legs. We don't care about your cankles. We don't care about you have 5 stomachs. We don't care about you had to change diapers and you supposed to change them, what, every other hour or something like that? You change your diaper, what, once a day? You're nasty. Your soul is nasty.
I'll tell you why. Because they know. They're stupid.
Hit the like button. Get me to a 100.
Donald Trump's a pedophile. He's from this city. They know he's a con man. He's been a con man his whole life. Trump steaks, Trump neckties, Trump water, Trump vodka, right? Trump college, Trump mortgage, Trump airlines, Trump casinos. Trump's a pedophile. Trump's a pedophile. He's Jeffrey Epstein's best friend. If you don't understand, it's okay that you're a simpleton. Some people are.
MAGA is a simpleton.
I've talked enough about bad men. I want to talk about a good man. There was a man recently in Los Angeles, 57 years old, tackled to the ground, punched in the face, over and over and over, punched in his face, over and over. You might ask, well, what was he doing before they punched him in the face? He was weed eating. They beat the shit out of him. He was weed eating. He was working harder than every soft-handed, pencil-armed, country club fascist clown in this building. When they researched that man, they found out he has 3
Again, Donald Trump wants to get rid of the black and brown people. The brown people that work so hard. And the black people that y'all call lazy, but they worked the fields on slavery and you call them lazy? Are you kidding me? Black people that got the most education right now in this country, black women, are you kidding me? Donald Trump said he wants the immigrants and the criminals out of this country. Well, you better start in your household. Your wife is an immigrant, Trump, and you are a criminal. You act as if you don't have 34 felonies. You have more felonies than anyone in this country. You're the biggest criminal in America. You sit in that Oval Office as if you are a man of God. We all know you're the Antichrist. The biggest criminal, the thug, the biggest thug ever is Donald J. Trump.
Mr. Speaker, you guys are so...
Come on, get me to 100 likes. Hit the like button.
Vote to release the files. It's 11:20 p.m. in the middle of the night, and
Gentlelady will suspend. The gentlelady will suspend. The House is not in order.
Through Congress and the dark.
The gentlelady will suspend. The House is not in order.
And that makes me wonder, have you even read this bill? I mean, really, because this bill rescinds $9 billion for international aid, public health, and public media. It will make America less safe. It will undermine our national security, and it will threaten lives across the world and kill children. But on top of that, it undermines our Constitution, the power of the people, the power of the purse, and the separation of the power of our Constitution. As Russell Owen...
She's a Democratic senator. Well, baby girl, Donald Trump don't care about the Constitution. He has broken many of the laws. He is not a man that... What's so sad? When his inauguration, when they swore him in, he didn't even put his hand on the Bible. But Donald Trump sell y'all Bibles for what, $60? That he paid probably $3 for to have made through China. He's not a man of dignity. He's a thug. I still believe Epstein was unalived. And who would that only benefit? The orange face. Yeah, Donald J. Trump.
As Jeffrey Epstein's Black Book, FBI. But who?
Hit the like button, beautiful ones.
That's under direct.
Come on, kings and queens, hit the like button.
What the hell are the House Republicans doing? They have the majority. You can't get the list? Put on your big boy pants and let us know who the pedophiles are.
Would you declassify the Epstein files?
Yeah, I would.
All right.
I guess I would. I think that less.
Come on, give me some more likes.
You don't want to affect people's lives if it's phony stuff.
He don't want to affect his life when the truth come out.
World. But I think I would.
This isn't about Epstein or 9/11 or JFK or RFK. It is, but it isn't. It's about a bigger thing. If you're lying about that, you're lying about everything. Who's on the Epstein tapes, folks? Who's on those tapes? Who's in those black books? Why have they been hiding it?
And this is something Donald Trump has talked about. The DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients. Will that really happen?
It's sitting on my desk right now to review. That's been a directive by President Trump. Everything's going to come out to the public. The public has a right to know. Americans have a right to
let
know.
us see it.
As Jeffrey Epstein's
Release
Black Book, FBI.
the files.
But who? That is that. I mean,
that's under direct control of the director of the FBI. What the hell are the House Republicans doing? They have the majority. You can't get the list? Put on your big boy pants.
They have the list. But what are they doing? They flagging anything with Donald Trump's name on it. So the American people won't know the truth. Even if we never see those files, we know the truth. Because Donald Trump is fighting so hard to keep the American people from seeing his name on those files. What about that 13-year-old girl, Donnie? You nasty son of a... You never thought about you have a daughter, and what if someone would have done those things to your daughter? The MAGA Republican men, you need to go see the lady, have a long talk, get on some medication, and then turn yourself in and let the law know exactly who you are. Monsters.
I've said before that Epstein used to bring
Hit
out
the like
this set
button.
of
Thank
pictures.
you.
There was about a dozen snapshots.
Come on, y'all. Hit the like button. Thank
Among
you.
them, there are at least 3 that I remember. 2 of topless girls sitting in Trump's lap around Epstein's swimming pool, and then 1 with a stain on the front of Trump's pants with 3 or 4 girls laughing and pointing at it. So I have seen those pictures.
So what's your best guess as to where they are?
Well, I'm
The
my
FBI
best
has
guess is
everything.
that
The FBI.
Epstein kept them in the safe. A safe was emptied out by the FBI. Where are those
The
pictures?
FBI is Pam Bondi and Cash
And I've said
Patel.
before that Epstein used to bring out this set of pictures. There were about a dozen snapshots, and among them, there are at least 3 that I remember. 2 of topless girls sitting in Trump's lap around Epstein's swimming pool, and then 1 with a stain on the front of Trump's pants with 3 or 4 girls laughing and pointing at it. So I have seen those pictures.
Pedals, pedals, pedals. The MAGA Republican Party. Pedals, pedals, pedals. Your children are not safe. I'm someone that was sexual abused my entire childhood, my teen years. Those women are not lying. I would know if they're lying. They're not lying. If Donald Trump was innocent in all of this, he would quickly release those files without having his name flagged, without them redacting anything that has to do with him. Tell the truth and shame the baby, honey. Throw the baby out with the bathwater. This is all dirty. Nothing but filth in the Oval Office with Donald Trump.
The regular average citizen.
She's
it's
a
just time
victim.
that goes by. A lot of people tend to forget, but this is not something we should be forgetting about. This is not something to be sweeping under the rug. A lot of us are still in therapy. We're still trying to survive.
Hit that like button. Thank you. Come on, give me some more likes.
Sorry.
Okay.
She's a victim.
I never thought that this would be in our cards, but as I stand here today, I just want to thank all the people that believed in us, our attorneys, our therapists, everybody who came to support this bill, our amazing governor. I just am trying to put pieces together, the final pieces of this puzzle to help me move on. And
hit that like button. Come on. Thank you.
And I'm just so grateful. And I would really just want to know, why was Jeffrey Epstein given such grace and mercy for his inhumane crimes? And why were we so outed in the media and treated so poorly?
He was protected
and this
by the government.
high-profile case has damaged a lot of us. It has made us retract statements. It's made us internalize the trauma. And a lot of us are just trying to still find our way through our healing journey. And I just want to remind everybody to please be kind. We are all still struggling with this.
Hit the like button. Thank you.
What happened. So thank you. For the regular average citizen, it's just time that goes by.
Okay. That was an Epstein victim. And that was DeSantis standing there with her. And he signs a bill to unseal grand jury records. That's a good thing. I don't think Donald Trump approves of it, but that's what he signed. And this young lady is Epstein's victim. You saw how emotional she was. I want to see those unsealed grand jury records. And if they're redacted, we know why. Because Donald Trump told him to flag anything with his name on it. You dirty son of a...
That's the news right now. Donald Trump is going to war against the Murdoch family, which is significant because the Murdoch family owns Fox News, also owns the Wall Street Journal. Just minutes ago, Donald Trump put out a Truth Social post where he says that he is excited to have Rupert Murdoch testify at an upcoming trial when he sues the Wall Street Journal over the release of the Epstein essentially article that showed that Donald Trump wrote a 50th birthday letter to Jeffrey Epstein. Now, here's what's significant. If Donald Trump sues Rupert Murdoch and goes to trial on this case, he's going to have to go through discovery, which means he's going to have to give
the files will be released.
Testify under oath over whether or not the letter he wrote that is reported by the Wall Street Journal was accurate and whether or not he wrote it.
Donald Trump is going to drop it. He's not going to sue.
Troubles here, but he is going to war against one of the most powerful media figures in the country that he previously was friendly with. Spread the word and follow along for more. We have some news right now.
Subscribe to Aaron Corners. Donald Trump, you better leave that alone. Because, like he said, that opens up for discovery. That just may be what we need, American people, so we can get justice in this mother. Yeah, go ahead and sue Donnie. Just open yourself up to more lawsuits. And the real files will have to be revealed. Discovery. We need that. Gotta be a win. We tired of taking L's around here. I'm going to show you something. It has to do with Trump. He liked to be around people that he said he doesn't do the same things, like Diddy and Epstein. Okay. One moment.
I love Diddy. You know, he's a good friend of mine. He's a good guy. Is he a good guy?
I don't want to answer that question.
Well, I think he's a good guy.
Hit the like button. Come on. I'm going to have to hit mute because we can't play the music, but I'll let y'all watch it. Let's see. Okay. Uh-oh. But anyway, I want to show y'all that because he has this thing where he likes to, his friends are pedos. Diddy is right now behind bars for taking advantage of women, abusing women. Epstein did the same thing. But let Donnie tell her he doesn't do any of that kind of stuff. He's just a pure, innocent old man that smells bad. That wear a diaper, girl. Donnie, you're not fooling us. No, you're not.
The Epstein files are not the only Epstein files. An author by the name of Michael Wolff sat down with Epstein before he died and got over 100 hours of information from Epstein himself that the government does not own. Take a listen to this.
Epstein used to bring out this set of pictures. There were about a dozen snapshots. And among them, there are at least 3 that I remember. 2 of topless girls sitting in Trump's lap around Epstein's swimming pool. And then one with a stain on the front of Trump's pants with 3 or 4 girls laughing and pointing at it. So I have seen those pictures.
So what's your best guess as to where they are?
Well, I'm my best guess is that Epstein kept them in the safe. The safe was emptied out.
And when they raided his home, the FBI took those things. Hold on, y'all. One moment, please. My allergies acting up. his home, they took everything for evidence. And Donnie is the one that's helping them to check to see if he's on any other files anywhere, which he know he is. We know he is. Everything is being flagged. I'm just gonna say, So Donnie is trying so hard to distract the files he released. Donnie is trying so hard to distract from the files. He released stuff on his health for the first time. The only reason he has done that is because he thinks that the American people are going to forget about the Epstein files, because he has tried everything to get us to stop talking about it. So now he released just a small portion of what's really going on with him, because there's a lot going on with Donnie's health. He's the most unhealthiest person right now. You can look at him and tell he's unhealthy. In my opinion, the most unhealthiest person, because if you compare him to President Barack Obama, Donnie, you're the worst. President Barack Obama is a walking health board of good health. He's a billboard for it. And you're the billboard for cheeseburgers and hot dogs and everything else that's disgusting.
I have to listen to this exchange between Tucker and Sauger because they expose the exact purpose why the Trump administration has to cover up the Epstein files.
The whole thing that this tape shows he didn't kill himself is like a joke. But worse than that, it's a joke that we all get. Like, they're not fooling anybody. So I feel like we're at a dangerous point now.
Yeah, yes, we're at a dangerous, very dangerous point in America.
The lie at this point is not even part of trying to convince any of this is true.
Yes.
The lie is a signal to everybody else involved in the scheme that to the ultimate ends, the United States government will go to protect all of you.
Yes.
And that's
protect the criminals.
That's smart. Purpose.
Can you say that again? Okay,
Yes.
so it's a signal.
The lie is not for you and me. The lie is for those implicated to say, no matter what, we will protect you. And then we have to start asking the question, why? As in, what is the purpose of this entire thing? Why does it matter that it happens right before the Israeli prime minister comes to Washington for the third time?
Ooh, a lot of noticing going on in that last part. And the timing of that, definitely not a coincidence. I mean, it's basically undeniable at this point that this story is about intelligence.
Yes.
Specifically, Epstein's ties to a certain foreign intelligence.
Israel.
That's why
Epstein was tied to Israel.
Our national sovereignty is literally at stake here. You have to listen to this exchange between Tucker and Sauger.
Epstein has ties with Israel. And who right now has ties with Israel? And he has nominated Donald Trump for a Nobel Prize. I don't think he's going to get it. He only won it because President Barack Obama received it. Jealousy. Whew. Epstein was known as someone that worked with other foreign leaders. And it wasn't to benefit the American people. It was to fatten his pockets, just like Donald Trump was working with the Russians to fatten his pocket. He's working with Israel right now to fatten his pockets. Donald Trump, he may be sitting in that Oval Office, but he don't care about the American people at all. Not at all.
So let me get this straight. Jeffrey Epstein bought and started operating his P3DO island in 1998. Little St.
Listen
James
carefully.
Island. And it wasn't until 7 years later, in 2005, that the Palm Beach Police Department started investigating.
Listen.
And at the time, Alex Acosta was the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of Florida. The police department and the FBI
And
had
Pam
all
Bondi
the
was the
evidence.
Attorney General.
It was a 53-page federal indictment that included victims as young as 13, and also a good number of young boys. The victims
You
had
hear that, young boys?
They had given their statements. But what did Alex Acosta do as the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of Florida? He cut a deal, a secret deal. The deal said that
Epstein
had to
only
plead guilty to 2
did a short
minor
term.
state charges. He served 13 months in a county jail.
And he was able to leave
6
every
days a
day.
week of work release, 12 hours a day. And the deal contained federal immunity for any co-conspirators. Unnamed.
Co-conspirators, you know who they are.
and this deal
Oval
was kept
Office.
hidden from victims. That's a violation of federal law. Pam Bondi served as Florida's Attorney General from 2011 to 2019.
Listen.
She had the authority to reopen the case and pursue charges, but she chose not to. And when Trump
Because of Donald Trump
won the contest in 2024,
and that's why he picked her to be the Attorney General
Alex Acosta
for his
as
presidency.
U.S. Secretary of Labor and Pam Bondi
He owed her a favor
as the U.S. Attorney General. It's pretty clear that corruption pays off and that children
don't matter.
Do not matter. They do not matter to the Republican Party. So let me get this straight.
The Republican Party, what matters to them is fattening their pockets, getting richer while they make the American people poor. That's what matters to this Republican Party. They're even worse than George Bush, worse than both of the Bushes. That's how bad the MAGA Republican Party is. That administration is SHITTing on the American people. They don't care about us.
Donald Trump said, well, in 2016, Donald Trump said that he would release his taxes. Did he? No, he lied. In 2016, Donald Trump said he would build a wall with Mexico and Mexico would pay for it. Did he do it? No, he lied. During his term, he promised a health care bill. Did he do it? No, he lied. During his first term, he promised an infrastructure bill. Did he do it? No, he lied. He said he didn't have anything to do with Stormy Daniels, and it was proven that he had an affair with her.
He lied.
He lied. In 2014, Russia invaded Ukraine and Crimea. Trump was president during the war. Did he stop the war then? No, not only that, but he was impeached for illegally stopping congressional aid that would have helped Ukraine fight the war. So no, he was not going to stop the war in one day, and we knew that because it was proven. You say you wanted him to cut the deficit. Donald Trump in his first term ballooned the deficit more than anybody.
$8.4 trillion.
To do that. You say Donald Trump, well, at least he's being good on immigration. Legally, Joe Biden deported 4 million people. Donald Trump, 1.7 million his term. Joe Biden was much tougher on immigration than Donald Trump.
That's true.
No, he's not even better on immigration. And now let's talk about this Epstein list. You say you're not going to let go because Donald Trump said
Epstein.
the Epstein list, and you're a real man, so you believed him. You didn't consider the fact that Donald Trump is convicted of 34 felonies for libel regarding sexual assault. You didn't consider the fact that Donald Trump is on the Epstein flight logs. You didn't consider the fact that Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein are photographed and videoed together for years, that Epstein said that Donald Trump was his best friend. You didn't consider the fact that Donald Trump is named by one of Epstein's assailants as another assailant in court documents. You didn't consider the fact that the man that let Jeffrey Epstein off the first time with a sweetheart plea deal that he didn't even tell the victims, that Donald Trump promoted him to Secretary of Labor. You don't consider the fact that Donald Trump made Attorney General the man whose father first hired Epstein. You don't consider the fact that Donald Trump made Howard Lutnick, Jeffrey Epstein's neighbor, the Commerce Secretary now. You don't consider the fact of all
hit the like button, y'all.
Or Donald Trump's court-proven misdeeds.
Come on, hit that like button. Thank you.
Cross your mind that, well, maybe I shouldn't believe him about Epstein. You don't get to hide from the truth, Andrew, when you're a real man. Donald Trump lied.
He lied.
We have the receipts. It was proven, and we were all telling you. So no, it's not true that you didn't know what Donald Trump would do. We told you exactly what he'd do because he did it. You chose. You chose, big man, what is happening right now because you wanted to feel tough and masculine. That you don't have to care what other people think of Donald Trump. I just do whatever he says. You're a goddamn fool, Andrew. This is one man who is never, ever going to see you as anything but a pathetic little boy until the day you own up to the fact that you chose to be deceived and you take some responsibility for your action. You say Donald Trump said, well,
MAGA, you chose to be deceived. You did. You chose that. And you are responsible for everything that's happening right now. From the brown people being locked up at Alligator Alcatraz to Donald Trump lying about the Epstein files. It's your fault. You voted for him. Don't say, I didn't vote for this. You voted for everything that's happening. He showed you his first term who he is. What make you think a second term he was going to be different? He actually has gotten worse his second term. Because the older he get, that frontal dementia that just may have been inherited from his father, he's declining daily. You are Donald Trump, MAGA. All the bad and the simple ways of Donald Trump is you. So Donald Trump, he doesn't abide by any rules nor the Constitution. He only goes by his own rules, and that's what's going to destroy him.
Trump, I take it you are not going to answer any questions about your preparation today with your counsel. Is that correct?
Should I say this, or should I respond to that? For all of the reasons provided in my answer, which is incorporated herein in its entirety, I decline to answer the question.
He doesn't think he has to answer to anyone, not even the law.
Same answer, same answer, same answer, same answer, same answer. Anyone in my position?
This man is sick. After MAGA slammed President Biden's doctor for pleading for the fifth 14 times in order to keep Biden's personal medical information private, video of Donald Trump pleading the fifth 400 times has gone viral. Let me show you again. Listen to this fool,
You are not
buffoon.
going to answer any questions about your preparation today with your counsel. Is that correct?
Should I say this?
When the law questioned him, he keeps pleading the fifth.
For all of the reasons provided in my answer, which is incorporated.
And this is a strong man,
in its
MAGA?
entirety, I decline to answer the question. Same answer, 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 same answer. Anyone in my position not taking the Fifth Amendment would be a fool, an absolute fool. One statement or answer that is ever so slightly
And this is
off,
a
just
strong
ever so
man?
slightly, by accident, by mistake, such as it was a sunny, beautiful day when actually it was slightly overcast.
I can't listen to him. I can't. Donald Trump is so disgusting. Nothing about this man is truthful. And the reason that MAGA voted for him is because the hate they have for black and brown people. It had nothing to do with eggs. No, that sounds stupid. The price of eggs has gone up anyway. The gas price is milk. You shouldn't be eating eggs. You shouldn't even be drinking milk, to be honest, because it comes from a cow. There's nothing but a bunch of pus. Pus. But what do I expect from people that don't bathe often?
Epstein file details, Mr. President, 4,000.
Hit the like button, come on.
Wire transfers. Let me repeat that. 4,725 wire transfers, adding up to nearly.
And Epstein is unalive. Listen, so why would he get wire transfers?
Of just one of Mr. Epstein's bank accounts. If you ask me, that is more than 4,000 potential lines of investigation right there.
If he's unalive, what are he doing getting wire transfers?
That's even a lot more to investigate. The file shows that Mr. Epstein used multiple Russian banks, which are now under sanctions, to process payments related to sex trafficking. A lot of the women and girls he targeted came from Russia, Belarus, Turkey, and elsewhere.
It's been said that that's how he met his wife, through Epstein, y'all. At the kitty cat club.
4,725 wire transfers. Let me repeat that. 4,725 wire transfers, adding up to nearly $1.1 billion.
So what Epstein and his conspirator was doing with other clear men was helping him with, they were bringing in Russian women over here and mistreating them, abusing them, every form of abuse. And Donnie Boy likes all of it.
Up front now is Jack O'Donnell, the former president and chief operating officer of the Trump Plaza Hotel and Casino. Jack, just as all this conversation comes up, we've talked to you many times over the years, you and I, but
come on, hit the like button, beautiful people.
Period, 1987 to 1990, and I know that's we talk about a lot of this friendship going back that long. You heard the name Jeffrey Epstein a lot during the time you worked with Trump. Can you tell us about their friendship?
One incident that I think kind of proves their closeness.
Listen carefully.
And how much they hung out together. One time, on Monday morning, I came in and the commission was waiting. The inspectors were waiting in my office, and Donald and Jeffrey had come into the casino.
This is interesting.
In the wee hours of Sunday morning, 1:30 in the morning. Two buddies. They had 3 women with them, and the commission was waiting for me because they had determined that the women that they brought down were underage to be on the casino.
Underage.
I asked them how they knew that, by the way.
Underage girls.
3-ranked tennis player in the world. Okay, and this guy happened to be a tennis fan, and he said, "Jack, I know she's 19 years old." Okay, so and to get on a helicopter with a friend and 3 other people and fly down to Atlantic City, I mean, you can connect those dots. They were underage to be in the casino, and they knew for fact that one of them was 19 years old. Nobody carded them, by the way, because either the commission staff or my staff, because they were intimidated to do so. And that's why the commission was actually going to fine me for Donald's discretion. Now, one of the things that they made me do is they made me call him. And I had to, believe it or not, read him the riot act about this action because they gave him a break. Back in those days, and I think even today, the fines are substantial. They can even suspend your license for letting minors in the casino. And I had to call him.
Donnie is a horrible man. Donald J. Trump is a horrible man.
The fine is going to be substantial, and it's going to be on your head. And oh, by the way, it's not going to look good, you and this guy Epstein coming down here with these young women.
Out front now is Jack O'Donnell, the former president.
So, Donnie, so all these people lying on you, Donnie? Come on, Donald Trump. They're not lying on you. They're telling the truth. We all know you're a monster. You said you could stand in the middle of New York City and pop out somewhere and nothing would happen to you. You wouldn't even lose not one supporter. Remember that? But I see now your hats are being burned everywhere. MAGA's pissed off real bad.
Yeah, look, I think he's been very consistent.
No, he hasn't. Stop lying, Magic Mike. And stay off of Grindr.
That's the position of all House Republicans.
On Grindr looking for eggplant.
We trust the American people. They can draw their own conclusions. So he's in the process of releasing the information that
information that's been redacted.
Involves,
that's flagged from his name being on it.
Mr. Speaker, have you seen?
Stop playing in our face, please. The MAGA Republican Party is playing in the American people's face. And this right here, lie your pants on fire, Donald.
That was quick. Donald Trump's defense about the letter that he allegedly wrote to Jeffrey Epstein has already blown up in his face with people proving him wrong instantly. Let me show you what happened. Denying the Wall Street Journal story, Donald Trump said, "I never wrote a picture in my life. I don't draw pictures of women. It is not my language. It is not my words." And then he said, "I'm going to sue the Wall Street Journal just like I sued everyone else." And he's since made a post saying that he's going to do
no
just
one's
that.
scared of you, Donald.
But immediately after the story published, people rushed to the internet to prove Donald Trump wrong. And it turns out Trump is actually an avid doodler. This Twitter user said, "I know this doesn't matter, but a lady in Ohio solicited doodles from celebrities to auction for charity. And in 2004, she said that Trump was always literally the first to send in his drawings." And you can see a Donald Trump drawing with his signature right here. And here's another. And here's a whole bunch more. Andrew Bates notes that in Donald Trump's 2008 book, Never Give Up, he wrote, "Each year I donate an autographed doodle." And there is the doodle in his book right here. And honestly, I could do this like all day. Here's another post that says, notably, this Donald Trump heavy marker drawn doodle, which sold at auction in 2019, is dated 2004. Epstein's 50th birthday was in 2003. So Trump, proceed with that lawsuit. I think the discovery is going to be
not going to
very
win.
interesting. Spread the word, follow our account, and add the Midas Touch podcast on Apple Podcasts.
Subscribe to Midas Touch Network. You will not regret it. They are one of the best, the top dogs on YouTube. Let me see what y'all talking about. Alan says, you get justice. He said, Aunt Michael, did you get justice? I don't know what that's about, but okay. Beyond Watcher program. Whoa, I don't know what that's about. But I guess you're talking about the video that I show you. Alan says Trump loves all pedos. I agree. And I believe a vast majority of his friends are pedos. Victorious one says, subscribe to Midas Touch Network. Please do. You won't regret it. Victorious one said Trump is a groomer and a child rapist. I agree. King LaSwan says Trump has to go. He has to go. One moment. Let me see if I have anything else for you beautiful kings and queens. Hold on. Just a moment. I like this lady.
Just sit with the fact that like Donald Trump's having a bad time right now. Let's watch, let's not be scared, and let's double down.
Enjoy it.
Pushing back. We've got to go straight to, but Vance or Johnson or Miller will take it. Like shady Vance becoming the president is the best thing that could happen to us right now. Here's why. Y'all don't, I think, take me seriously when I tell you this is a cult. So y'all don't realize this.
She's from a cult. She knows what she's talking about.
Realized what he was doing with the Epstein list.
She used to be in a cult.
Realized that was the mission of his cult. I also don't even think he realized when he snapped back at them that you can't do that to your members. You got to treat them with care and trickery. Shady Vance doesn't have it. Donald Trump came along and turned this cult that had already been going on for 50 years, the cult of racist conservatism. I think that Heritage Foundation thought they were getting a little puppet in place that was going to help them. And then Donald Trump just took their whole cult. You know who else did this a lot? David Berg of the Children of God, the cult that I
know somebody was in that cult. He used to work on set with me.
He would go into these other cults that were getting started in our last heyday of cults, and he would absorb them into his cult. And that is what Donald Trump has done. And there's no easy back button from a cult of personality. So I guess if you insist on being scared of Vance and Johnson and Miller, go ahead. I can't stop you. But I am hoping every day that we wake up to the best news that that orange guy is gone and Shady Vance is now the president. Because I would take out all my popcorn with chicken bouillon and watch MAGA just crack the F up. That is if there's anything left, because it's cracking up pretty badly with this one, I think. I'm Danielle, a scholar of cults, extreme groups, and extremely bad leadership, and I remind you, a totalitarian nation is a subset of cult. It's not something gets so bad that it becomes a dictatorship. No, it's a type of cult. There are all types of cults, and we know a lot about what's going on right now. We can't predict the future, but we know what's happening. You can read or listen to me read to you on Spotify Premium my book about growing up in the Children of God.
She makes a point about if we get rid of Trump, we'll be stuck with JD. She's saying that then we can get rid of JD. So if we want to get rid of the Republican Party, let's get rid of Trump. And then JD gets in there. MAGA ain't gonna like him anyway. It'll be easy for us to get rid of the Republican Party. Well, if that doesn't work, we're gonna vote them out November 2026. We just vote them out.
Treasury's Epstein file details, Mr. President, 4,725 wire transfers. Let me repeat that. 4,725 wire transfers, adding up to nearly $1.1 billion flowing in and out of just one of Mr. Epstein's bank accounts. If you ask me, that is more than 4,000 potential lines of investigation right there. Hundreds of millions more flowed through other accounts. That's even a lot more to investigate. The file shows that Mr. Epstein used multiple Russian banks, which are now under sanctions, to process payments.
And who's close with Russia right now? Epstein used Russia to move money. That's money laundering. Who's close with Russia right now? Donald J. Trump. He worships Putin. He would love to run this country how Putin runs Russia. So what did we learn today? They don't care about children, the MAGA Republican Party. They will protect the pedophiles because there's plenty of pedophiles in that administration. There's twisted freaks in that administration. And what we learned, where Epstein committed several crimes against young girls many years ago, a couple of years ago, when Pam Bondi was the Attorney General, she didn't do anything. Acosta, what did he do? He only had Epstein do a couple months, 16 months or something like that, or less, 13 months if I'm not mistaken. And he was able to leave every day for anywhere from 10 hours or 12 hours and then return back, 8 o'clock in the evening? White privilege. Yeah. It's sad what the government has been doing to the American people for so long. And now that Trump administration is in there, they are the government. They are the worst bunch of the government. And they do not care about the American people. Get it through your heads, everybody. They don't care about us. White mediocre men crushing the American economy. White mediocre men fattening their pockets, become richer billionaires. That is what's happening. While children are being taken advantage of by pedos. Women are being grabbed by the PUSSY. Ain't that what Donald Trump says? You grab them by the PUSSY? Oh, they like it. No, we don't. Try me. You'll regret it. I will make sure you regret it. We live in a country right now where a woman has no rights. A young female has no rights. They have pretty much told women and young girls, you do not own your bodies. And I beg to differ. We belong to God. We are God's children. I love you guys. Enjoy your weekend, and I will see you Monday. The only way I end up coming live this weekend if it's something really big happened with Donald Trump, but more than likely I will not be going live at all this weekend. I have began to take my weekends off, and I just go live from Monday through Friday is when I go live. I love each and every last one of y'all. Before you leave out, please hit that like button. You still have a chance to donate to my channel if you like. You can send me super chats, super stickers. You can even send me something through Venmo. My Venmo is in the description. My PayPal link is in the description. And those of you watching on replay, you can send me thank yous. Thank you all for coming to my live. I will see y'all Monday. I love all of you beautiful kings and queens. Have lots of fun this weekend. And don't forget to pray. Because without God, we are nothing. God loves you, and I love you. Bye.